Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. It's Kaghoe coming at you with another video. So today we're going to be talking about the best farms to do while leveling in Phase 4. And what I mean by that is just going from level 50 to 60 and taking sort of an alternate approach. Not the min-max dungeon grind, pre-quest approach, but an approach where you can farm a bunch of mobs to either get recipes, get some reagents, and get some consumables that you might need later in the game and you will use in-game depending on your profession or what class you are playing. But before we get into the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Everything you guys do helps my channel grow, helps me get discovered, and helps me help as many people as possible, which is the entire point of my channel. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the very first one is kind of an asterisk, unfortunately. We don't know if it is going to be in the game at Phase 4 launch, but if it is going to be greater firepower protection, or greater firepower potions. These are better than the traditional firepower potions, and they give you even more spell power, and they drop from Dark Iron Watchmen, Dark Iron Slavers, and Dark Iron Taskmasters all around the Cauldron and here in the Searing Gorge. Like I said, this isn't in the game right now. People have been trying to farm it. We don't know when it comes into the game, if they're going to wait till the ZGAQ time frame when it normally comes into the game, or if it is going to be in there at the launch of Phase 4. We'll just have to see. But if it is there, we'll find out pretty freaking quickly, and I would recommend this farm early because they are level 45 to 48 mobs, so you can get some XP early on and you can keep going up. The next one is going to be the Formula Enchant Greater Intellect. Now this is from Hinterlands in Jin Alator. This is going to be fighting Vile Branch Shadowcasters, which are elites that are 47 to 48. If you're Horde, you've definitely gone here for the quests. Alliance has a few quests, but Horde definitely comes here to get their trinkets and such, especially if you're a melee or if you're just, farming some good leveling. But the Vile Branch Shadowcasters in this area are pretty good to farm. Then next we have for Winterfall Firewater. So in order to get the Firewater, right now there is one spot that is farmable, and it's pretty farmed. It is going to be right around here in the western part of Winterspring, and you can fight Winterfall Pathfinders, Winterfall Totematics, and they are going to be level 53 to 56, and you will get Firewater, Runecloth, as well as some Timber Maw rep in this area. Just if you're going at level 50, be careful for the 55 and 56 mobs. Definitely stick to the 53 to 55 mobs there, because red mobs are just really hard to kill, even if you're not a hunter, for pretty much every class, even if you have a ton of hit gear. Next, we're going to talk about the Wizard Reeve Turban over here at Corrin's Crossing. This drops from Dark Casters. They are level 56 to 57, and the reason that you're going to want this turban is because it is really, really good for disenchanting to get some max level enchanting mats. So it is the best item in the game to actually make, as far as the cost it takes to make it and what you're going to do to disenchant it. It is really, really good compared to pretty much everything else, because it is level 56, so it gets that maximum material limit, so you can get like 3 to 4 greater eternal essences from eating them if you're lucky, which is really, really good. Those are what you're going to be aiming for. Illusion Dust is expensive right now, but it'll definitely go down as the pack progresses, because people will be getting a ton of it from all the greens dropping in the world. The next place is going to be Deadwind Pass. You're going to be farming Deadwind Warlocks that are in this cave over here by the Vice. They drop enchant Bracer Superior Strength, which is the best strength enchant for the current phase, and pretty much everyone will be wanting this if they play a melee class. These mobs are level 57 to 58, and it only drops from the Warlocks, so be aware of that. The next one is probably the most popular one, and most people are aware of this right now, and you can even farm it right now if you're a hunter, but it is pretty scary to do. But it is going to be the Scarlet Spellbinders here in Western Plaguelands, level 58 to 57, and it is for your weapon enchant crusader. So this is the big formula. This has the lowest drop rate of all these recipes that we are talking about right now, and best of luck to you. It is quite a grind. I've actually farmed it enough to make enough gold to just simply buy it in my time, from playing hardcore to playing classic. I didn't do some, but pretty much every time I've gone here to farm it out, I've literally made enough gold from farming the other stuff to just go ahead and buy the Crusader. I've never been lucky enough to see a drop because it is that rare. Then next, while we're over here in this cave right here by Thorndraw River, are some rotting behemoths and decaying horrors. These are 55 to 57, and they drop the greater nature protection potion. So this is a good mid one to do, and maybe start with the first three that we listed. And if you're tired of farming firewater, you can just sort of come over here and start blasting these to get that greater nature protection potion. While it won't be that great right now, it will be much greater later on, especially when AQ comes out. You will make a ton of gold if you invest in this and have a ton ready when AQ comes out. Then the next one that I want to talk about is going to be blue dragons all the way up here in Winterspring. So right outside this cave area right here at about 55, there's going to be a bunch of blue dragons, and specifically Cobalt Mage Weavers. They will drop the Greater Arcane Protection Potion, as well as they will drop Robe of Winter Night if you are a tailor. That is a bop recipe, and right now Robe of Winter Night isn't that good, but I'd imagine it'll get buffed up with the phase 4 sort of item overhaul. If it doesn't, I will be truly shocked, because it is traditionally a phase 1 really awesome item. Mages can use it, but mainly shadow priests and warlocks really want it. And if you are here farming these blue dragons, there's a chance for the blue dragon sinew that hunters want for their fancy bow from Molten Core, which, like I said, will probably get a buff above the rest of it. Then one of the final things to farm is going to be greater shadow protection potions that drop from dark adepts and shadow mages. They are in these areas right here, right around here, as well as all the way over here in these sort of darkened areas, and they will give you those greater shadow protection potions, which are very useful. PvPers actually love them for shadow priests and warlocks, but people will also use them in AQ, especially your warlock tank who is tanking the Twin Emperor definitely needs those. And there are a few other niche situations where they can be nice and useful to have. In, I think, BWL, I do think it blocks the Shadow Flame damage, but it's not necessarily required for that because you shouldn't get hit by it anyway. But that is it for this video, guys. Those are all of the sort of best farms that either drop unique items, or if it's like the Winterfall Firewater, it can be a decent gold making farm to do. I just wanted to sort of make this to show you, like, these are some really alternative ways to leveling if you're tired of dungeon grinding and pre-questing into the dungeon grind that I have at least done for most of the phases. So you can, have a alternative way to make a ton of gold as well as do this. And you could just blast to 60 and then go back and do these farms as well, because these recipes are going to be very, very sought after. If you're an enchanter or alchemist, this video is definitely something you should consider. Tailoring benefits just because most of these mobs are humanoids, so you will get a ton of rune cloth, and for the turban as well as the Robe of Winter Night, those are specific to tailors as well. If you're not a tailor, I wouldn't recommend farming those because I believe they are both bind on pickup recipes. But anyway, guys, that's it for this video. If you think I missed anything you'd like to add, definitely drop it down below in the comments. I love reading it, and I truly hope this helps you and gives you something to think about for leveling and an alternative way to go about it. But anyway, I hope you have a great day, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye-bye. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. It truly means a lot to me. If you happen to find anyone that you know would also benefit from watching this video, please share it with them. It helps me out a ton and allows me to keep doing what I love every single day, and that is gaming and sort of helping people any way that I can. So finally, thank you so much, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Goodbye.